Hi guys, we're over here at Mark Hunsaker's place today, and we're going to cook a couple of ribeyes. We're going to do them a couple different ways. First way we're going to do this is we've got this thing smoldering hot right now. We've got the grate down about 3/4 of the way, and the flame is kissing the bottom of it perfect right now. If you come over here, I'll show you the steak that we're using. What I've done is heated up a little butter in a pan and just rolled the steak in it just to get a nice little binding agent for it. And don't pay attention to the bottle. I've got my own rub in here. I call it Mad Cow. This has got all the stuff you want in here. It's got all your beef flavors that you want to go on your steaks and your briskets and stuff like that. So we're going to cover this thing really nice and get it. Got to work in a little bit on it. A lot of pepper, a lot of spices in there. It's a pretty steak. I bought a ribeye roast and cut my own steaks out of it. We've got 1.5 inch steaks today that we're using. And you can just see how this stuff just melts right into the meat right here. And everybody likes the fat on these steaks, so go ahead and season that up too. So what we'll do next is we'll go ahead and put this thing on that hot grill. Two reasons I did the butter was, one, to make the rub stick to it, of course. The other one is so it doesn't stick to the grate. So what we'll do before we put that on there, I still have my melted butter in the skillet right here, and I'll just go ahead and roll that over one time on the inside of the skillet right here. And now we have a nice, pretty, shiny steak like that. So follow me over here. See if you can hear this thing when it hits the grill. Oh, that's beautiful. We're going to do this for about 1.5 minutes on each side. And then we'll go ahead and put everything back over into the pan. Then we'll do our herbs and stuff. We'll show you here in just a little bit. Thanks. All right, well, it's been 1.5 minutes on the first side. You want to take a look at this real quick. I'm going to flip it over. See the pretty grill marks we get off of this? That's beautiful right there. All right, we got another 1.5 minutes to go right here, and we'll show you what that looks like in just a little bit. All right, well, if you want to come closer right here, we've got the other 1.5 minutes on the steak. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take that steak off here. I'm going to put it in this cast iron skillet right here. And you can see this other side here. A little crispy on one edge, but we're just playing around today anyhow, see how we can do. I've got a little rosemary, a little bit of oregano. I've got a stick of butter in there, and we're going to go ahead and play with this. So we'll set her in here. I'm going to close the lid. We're going to let that thing get warm and start melting that butter. We'll show you what it's like here in a little bit. Okay, so it's been about 3 minutes in the skillet, and what we've done is we've taken this rosemary and we've just basted it with the butter along with the other herbs that are in there. We're going to flip this over now and do the other side, and we'll do the same thing with it. We'll go ahead and baste the top of it with the butter. Give it some love here. That's pretty. And we'll go about another 3 minutes and this steak should be done. Okay, our time's up on this thing. You can get the push on that. That's about 135 degrees. Just like that right there. We're going to take that steak. I wish I had a cutting board to put it on. I don't, so give me just a second. I'll grab a glove so I can get that skillet off of there. It's pretty darn hot. We're running this barrel at 450 degrees. We don't have the vortex plate in it, and it's running very well. You can just see that. You can hear it. Both sides of the steak. Very nice.